Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, oh Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, my humble obeisances to you all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you all for joining His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj's daily class. Today we are going to continue with Srimad Bhagavatam, series of first canto, chapter 16, verse number 17, and I guess 18 too. And we are very happy to have His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj on the call today. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. You can please take over, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tasyaiva Vartam Manasya Purvisam Vita Anvaham Nature Kilaskaryam Yadasitani Bodhame. Now you may hear from me of what happened when Maharaj Pariksha was passing his days hearing of the good occupations of his forefathers and being absorbed in thought of them. Dharma padakena charam vichayam upalabhyagam prichanti samsruvadanam vivasam eva mataram. Translation: the personality of religious principle Dharma was wandering about in the form of a bull, and he met the personality of the earth in the form of a cow who appeared to grieve like a mother who had lost her child. She had tears in her eyes, and the beauty of her body was lost. Thus Dharma questioned the earth as follows. Purport: the bull is the emblem of the moral principle, and the cow is the representative of the earth. When the bull and the cow are in a joyful mood, it is understood that the people of the world are also in a joyful mood. The reason is that the bull helps production of grains in the agricultural field, and the cow delivers milk, the miracle of an aggregate food values. The human therefore maintains these two important animals very carefully so that they can wander everywhere in cheerfulness. At the present moment, in this age of Kali, both the bull and the cow are now being slaughtered and eaten up as foodstuff by a class of men who do not know the Brahminical culture. The bull and the cow can be protected for the good of human society simply by spreading of Brahminical culture as the topmost perfection of all cultural affairs. By advancement of such culture, the morale of society is properly maintained, and so peace and prosperity are also attained without extraneous effort. When Brahminical culture deteriorates, the cow and bull are mistreated, and the resultant actions are prominent by the following symptoms. Gyan timidandasya ganajana salakaya chaksun militam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Shayam Rupa Kadam Mayam Dadati Swam Padantikam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimakti Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pastyatya Deva Sutarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhishcha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So the bull is the emblem of moral principle or the emblem of Dharma, which is the principle of the living entity's nature. We are dharmic in that we are meant to give pleasure to the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the process of devotion to Him. And that dharmic principle entails aspects of activity. And the cow, the representative of the earth is a provider. The earth provides everything that the living entities need to exist. God, the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, implants within the earth the necessities for the living beings' livelihood and their progress towards the goal of life, which is self-realization. So Mother Earth is nourished by Father, Supreme Lord. And the cow represents the earth in that she is one of the main providers coming through the mercy of the Supreme Lord and through the earth itself. She wanders the earth and she lives on the earth, and she is provided by the earth, and she is also synonymous with the earth, that both are providers for the living beings in this world. Therefore, they're both called Mother. Mother is the nourisher, Mother is the provider, Mother is the foundation by which the children get everything they need in order to grow nicely and happily. When these two animals, cow and bull, are mistreated, exploited, and killed, then the whole society starts to deteriorate. Brahminical culture is culture. That means that culture which guides the living entity towards the goal of life. And the cow and the bull are the representatives of, or the foundations of, Brahminical culture. Because without them, there is no Brahminical culture. Brahminical culture centers around taking care of the cows. But cow care, cow protection, and is foremost. And therefore, if that is not given, Brahminical culture doesn't develop. And if Brahminical culture is there, then exploitation of the cow and bull deteriorates the Brahminical culture, and everyone is in anxiety. Therefore, no one is happy. So we might say, and it's also been said by the acharyas, that the world today is what it is with so many problems because it stems from a lack of Brahminical culture, and the cause of that is the slaughter of the animals, both the cow and the bull. So cow slaughter goes on throughout the world as a franchise for a few people to make large amounts of pecuniary gain at the expense of these animals and at the expense of the society's livelihood. Because people don't know the value of the cow and bull, they haven't been trained, nor are they exposed to it. They see that these animals, or think mistakenly that these animals are meant for food. But they are, in the sense that they give food, not that they are the food. They give the most nutritious food, and that is milk, as it's mentioned here. Prabhupada says the milk is the aggregate of all food values. All the 6 tastes that are mentioned are found within milk. Milk is the aggregate of all of the tastes of different foods. And milk is the most nutritious foodstuffs that the living entity can survive on. In fact, we see that in India and in other, what we say, mountainous and rural areas in the Asian region of the world, there are sadhus, persons, you might say, persons who have separated from society. They live on milk alone. They can drink just milk and find enough nutrition to carry on their life. The milk is so valuable. Now, I'm not talking about the milk today that we get into the stores. That is poison because of the animal is being killed. They're knowing it's going to be killed before it gives its milk. The milk changes in quality. But when the cow is protected and it has, as Prabhupada said, has sufficient area to roam around and be joyful, they can wander everywhere in cheerfulness, then that milk is like medicine. It's elixir. It actually nourishes the brain and the bones in the body and gives clarity of vision. As it says, milk is necessary for finer brain tissues, which are the foundation for understanding principles of spirituality. So to understand clearly, one needs to get sufficient quality milk each day. Sufficient means in proportion. And so milk is the milk, and therefore the cow is the provider. But people take the milk, they forcibly take it from the cow. The cow doesn't even have a chance to feed its own calf many times. They bring the calf along to get the cow to give the milk, and then when the calf starts suckling his mother, they pull it away so they can get milk. It's a very cruel and rakshasa society. There's a interesting little video. Perhaps I'll play it at another day, but I'll narrate some of the points. It's spoken by His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, describing how when the British came to India for the first time, they saw the prosperity of the land. They were overwhelmed to see how people were so prosperous. And one of the leading British officers, who was also in charge, was quite amazed to see that. And then he made an inquiry from the Brahmins, and he wanted to know what is the secret of the prosperity of India. And they simply said cows. So after he thought about it, he understood that as long as that prosperity is there, we cannot dominate this country. So therefore, in order to, execute their nefarious plan of colonialism, they started to regularly kill cows, and it became a regular affair. It says that the Islamic rulers who came before the British hardly killed any cows, although there was something, but not like the British. The British made it a policy to destroy Indian culture by destroying the cow. And they were somewhat successful in eliminating that Brahminical culture and at the same time reestablishing this Western dog dancing culture. And if you check the Bhagavatam, you'll find that when Kamsa, who knew that the demigods were very much favoring Krishna, he knew that the demigods exist on sacrifices, and sacrifices center around using the cow, that is the cow dung, cow urine, milk, and various other ingredients that the cow gives for performance of sacrifices. So Kamsa sent out his men. It's mentioned in the first beginning of the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, to uproot the entire Brahminical culture and kill cows, kill Brahmins, stop all sacrifices. So the demons were those men, those who adhered to demoniac principles, descendants of Kamsa in the modern day world, and are doing the same thing. And because of that, no one's happy, and there's so many problems in the world. And it's a fact that when cows are taken care of nicely, given whatever they need to live nicely, including the land that they need to walk around on and live, then when it's done across the board, then that society that keeps cows nicely will prosper. And everyone will be happy and everything is there. It's a formula that works. You may not see how it works, but it does work. As it says here, let me see if I can find it. Says
Maharaj, actually looking.
when the bull and the cow are in a joyful mood, it is to be understood that the people of the world are also in a joyful mood. So you might say, well, how is that? It's just the way it is, because God has set it up like that. This is the foundation for culture. It's the foundation for moving forward to the goal of life, spirituality. And so it's very important to see that. Just like I'll give you a personal example, which I was personally involved with. We were in New Vrindavan farm community many years ago. This was back in the 1980s, I think. Yeah, it was in the 80s. The community was undergoing many difficulties, and they were struggling with various types of problems and various types of difficulties that came by organization, and there were other elements there. So the leaders were meeting together to think, what can we do to rectify this situation? And one very enlightened person, a sannyasi who was there preaching, he said, all we have to do is take care of the cows and put all of our emphasis on making the cows live nicely and making sure everything is there. And that program, that idea was accepted and put into action. And by that result, by that effort, the community completely changed. The problems started to go away, and devotees were starting to feel happy. And for the society, the community started to make more plans for future development. So I saw that personally. We were there. We simply emphasized cow care. That's an indication that here, what Prabhupada says, when the bull and cow are in a joyful mood, it's understood the people of the world in a joyful mood. And contrary, when the bull and cow are being exploited, no one's happy. No one can be happy, because these are elements given by the Supreme Lord for the upliftment of human society. So people are shooting themselves in the foot. They want peace, but at the same time, they're making programs that are opposite for developing actual peace and happiness in society. It's simply by this exploitation of these two animals. And you'll see as it goes on in this section of the Bhagavatam, the different details that are discussed in relationship to how important it is to maintain Dharma through cow care and cow protection. People say cow protection, but that's not enough. It's cow care also. To protect is one thing, but to care is something in addition. That means the cow, people have to know and also provide exactly what the cow needs for livelihood and happiness. And that's the science. Those who study cows, work with cows, can understand what are the technicalities or the details that give cows everything they need to. And when cow is happy, then she provides so much for the human being automatically. As I was traveling in the United States last year. We were talking on this subject, and one gentleman formerly from India, he was telling me, he said, yes, it was understood that the cow was actually part of the family. People would have a cow in their own family, and the cow was also a family member, not just an animal, but it was taken care of just like you take care of your children in the family. And if anybody in the family became sick, the cow would know it. She could also sense that someone's sick. So she would go in the pasturing grounds and look for the herb that was the cure to that person's sickness. She would eat it. And then they would take that cow and milk it and use that milk and give it to the sick person. They would get cured. The cow was not even informed. She knew, she could sense. Cows are very perceptive. They have their own personality, just like humans have their own personality. Each cow is a person, and each cow is unique. But they're very perceptive. You'll see that there is the gear cow. And if you ever see a gear cow, you see them in India, they have the hump on the back. And takes in the energy from the sun. That hump is like a magnet. It pulls the solar energy into that hump. And that milk from the gear cow is A2 milk, which is the most nutritious form of milk one can find on the planet. So without getting too much into the details of the benefits of the cow, we can understand from this particular verse here that it is foundational for establishing Krishna consciousness. So in our society, we're trying to do that. We haven't developed it to the point where it is perfect yet, but there is an ongoing effort because it's clear by Srila Prabhupada's statements and by the results that when you take care of cows, you're taking care of your mother. If you take care of your mother, then she takes care of you. If you neglect your mother, then your mother will punish you. So in the same way, the cow is the mother, one of the mothers. Okay, and of course, the bull is the emblem of morality and spirituality. And these two together represents culture and religiosity, human culture.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much for the class. Thank you. Maharaj, you want to comment anything about today's auspicious occasion of Lord Ram's Prana Pratishtha ceremony in India, in Ayodhya?
Well, let's stick with the subject matter at the
Yes.
end, and we can change.
Okay, Maharaj. Thank you. Dear devotees, if you have any questions or comments, you can please go ahead now. Please raise your hand or type it in the chat. And please turn on your cameras if possible. Thank you. Maharaj, I see that cow protection is very important, as you say in many classes. As a householder and living in the cities, so in which way we can help society, Maharaj, in
How you can refrain from taking milk or milk products from commercial dairies.
Mm.
And you can try to get milk from our Krishna conscious communities. And if that's not available, as a devotee in that community, try to work to develop that. Because it says that Prabhupada said every temple should have a farm community connected with it, where we get all our supplies, both vegetables, fruits, grains, and milk products from our own farms. So move in that direction to work with the local devotees and try to move towards that. And the devotees know about this. All the temples are aware of it, but many of them are focusing their attention on other aspects. But this is fundamental for livelihood of both of the devotees and of the society. So you can work in that way to try to help bring this about. And I don't take milk from commercial dairies. For me, to speak personally, milk is very important for me. I need it. And but if it's not available, I won't take it. I'll take milk only from our cows when it's available. And some of the farms that we have are not, they're producing some milk and some of it's being destroyed. But it's not enough to meet the demand of the devotees. So there should be a program where they can accelerate that program and allow more and more temples, more and more devotees to have the opportunity to get what we call bhakti milk. My god sister Vishwadita, she's written a small book, maybe about 75 pages, describing what is bhakti milk and how it should be what we focus on when we are taking milk products, not supporting commercial dairies by taking milk from these places, because what they do is they take the milk from the cow as much as they can in the fastest amount of time, and then when the cow cannot give anymore, they sell the cow to the slaughterhouse. Cows are very perceptive. They know when they're going to be killed. And when they know they're going to be killed, they live in a sense of fear. And in that sense of fear, when their milk is, taken from there, they secrete a hormone into the milk, which is not healthy for human consumption. And therefore, people are drinking milk that is not beneficial. But it's not really milk. It's just more like the fear of the cow. So you can't just say all milk is the same because it comes from the cow. It's not. So work to try to develop this project in our society. Refrain from supporting these commercial dairies.
Okay. Yes, Maharaj. Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah. Dear devotees, any questions or comments? I don't see any raised hands today. Yeah, Maharaj, how to, so when these leaders will change, then automatically everything will change, right? In the government. So how I heard in one lecture, like I heard one person, he's a farmer, he's doing organic farming in India, and he's developing these kind of different varieties of rice. which are lost in the time. So he's bringing back those grains, those seeds, and developing or growing those particular rice, different types of rice. And he's saying that if we eat that rice, and the consciousness will change, and through the food, and then people will change to think differently. That's what he was saying. So it was a very, and he's adopting the organic farming methods, and he's producing a lot of rice and other vegetables and everything, like
The,
how,
the
yeah.
whole system of Ayurveda is that when you're sick, they give you medicine and diet.
Mm.
And most people get sick because of irregular habits. And part of that irregular habits is they also eat food that is not beneficial to their body. We eat in restaurants, we snack a lot, we grab food just to save time, and people are sick. Not only sick, there is a large amount of volume of sickness going on in the world because people don't live right. And part of the reason they don't live right is that they don't eat right.
Mm.
If you eat for taste, you're going to have problems. You should combine taste with health and eat in that particular way.
Mm.
Mhm. Food can be healthy and tasty and home cooking is the best. Prabhupada used to tell us, if you want to be healthy, cook for yourself. He would tell us that all the time. Cook your own food. Because you're putting your own consciousness into the food, which is indigenous to your own body, or natural to your own body, you might say. But if you can't, at least follow the proper diet. So the statement, you are what you eat, is very much a reality. And that's why you'll see that modern medicine doesn't deal with diet or food so much.
Mm.
All they deal with is suppressing the symptoms through various antibiotics, which actually are bad for the body. Because when you try to cure something through suppressing, you shut down or you cripple the immune system. Whereas Ayurveda boosts the immune system, because the immune system is the healing element that is there within the body to get rid of anything that's foreign and unnatural. Just like I'll give you an example in a very reverse way.
Mm.
People who get heart transplants or liver transplants or kidney transplants, they can't take Ayurvedic treatment.
Oh.
Because the Ayurvedic treatment will boost the immune system, and the immune system will notice that these organs in the body are foreign to the body, and it will try to destroy it. So if anyone who has transplants, if they try to boost their immune system will push out those things, because these foreign organs are not aligned with that particular body. The immune system knows that. Therefore, it'll cause problems. So the best they can do is take some allopathic suppressants if they get sick. That's all they can do.
Mm. Oh.
So when you know medicine, at least you know Ayurveda. If you know Ayurveda, you understand everything. That's why food is medicine. It is the number one medicine in the world, is food. And the best of all food is cow's milk,
Yes,
which is
Maharaj.
the best of all medicine.
Yeah. Yeah, that farmer was saying the same. Without cow, there is no humanity. There is no mankind at all. He can't survive at all. And we have to protect the cows. And one cow can fertile or the land. It will be sufficient for 30 acres of land. It seems he was mentioning that,
Yeah,
right? With cow dung, cow urine, and everything. Um,
this is real fertilizer.
yeah.
Yeah, and not these artificial pesticides and herbicides that they put into the soil, which destroys the soil over a period of time. And then when you try to you plant later in that kind of soil, the nutrition is marginalized and reduced.
Mm.
A lot of times you're eating things that are not very healthy. But cow dung is fertilizer. Cow urine is fertilizer. The cow's hooves, when she walks on the fields, is also a form of fertilizer.
Mm.
Yeah. This is a very immense subject, quite large.
Yes,
Cow.
Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj.
Because we
Maharaj,
live in cities, we really are somewhat uh, separated from the cows, so we don't really understand much about cows.
yes, Maharaj, that's true. Yeah. Namrata Mataji, you have a question.
Hare Krishna. Accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. My question is actually a little different from cows. Actually, it is relating buffaloes. So we have seen that even in the pictures of Krishna, he he holds the buffalo horns. So I was just wondering what role does buffaloes have in the Vedic time? And in modern days, many we have seen that many the conquerors or invaders, they have shifted Indian people from cow milk to buffalo milk.
Well,
So I was just thinking if buffalo is related for the Vedic times, or
like the bull, the buffalo is the beast of burden. It can do heavy work. And so that's why they introduced buffaloes. Buffalo milk is not as nutritious as cow's milk. People do drink buffalo milk. Sometimes they sell milk in India and say it's milk, but it's actually buffalo milk. You have to inquire where the milk is coming from. It's not the same. It's not harmful, but it's just not as healthy. That's all. And for some people, they can't drink buffalo milk. It's harmful for certain types of people. But cow's milk is not beneficial for everyone in proper quantities and when the cow is cheerful. Then you get real milk. So the buffalo is just a beast of burden. Like the camel, sometimes you see camels carry heavy loads also. Nowadays we have, these big trucks for carrying loads. But in more of a simpler lifestyle, it's the animals that did the heavy load work. The donkey, the camel, the buffalo, the bull, all do heavy work.
thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji. Maharaj, you said that you want to show a video for all of us of His Holiness Bhaktichara Maharaj.
Do you want to see it now?
Yeah, as there are no hand raises, I thought, okay, we'll
6
see.
minutes long. No, yeah, 6 minutes.
Yes, Maharaj. Okay, then we can.
I'd be happy to show it if you want to see it.
Yes, Maharaj, please.
All right. Devotees are in agreement? If you're in agreement, raise your hand if you want to see this video. Those of you who don't have any hands, you can just shake your camera.
Yes, Maharaj, many hand raises.
Okay, this now, I need instructions on how to do a share screen for this, so you have to run me through this.
Yes, Maharaj. Is the video open already? Like otherwise, you have to search for it.
I know where it is. so-
Okay, you can just exit the full screen mode and you can open it from your computer, Maharaj.
Okay, do I just exit full screen mode?
Yeah, that is escape. Press escape on your computer.
Yeah, I did that, nothing happened.
Oh.
I can go for where the video is, but then you
Yeah.
have to get me back to share screen.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
Okay. Mhm. Okay, and the video is here, but if I hit it, it'll start playing. So what do I do now?
So you have to come back to Zoom and
Okay.
in the bottom you can see share screen green button, Maharaj.
Yeah.
Click on that and you have a share sound option also there in the bottom.
Share sound. Yeah. Okay. Mm.
Now click on share, Maharaj.
So here's the video right here, or my
Yeah, you
arrow.
select that video and click on share.
Okay, click on share. Where's share? Oh yeah, right over here. Okay, then. Okay, how do I open it up now?
Now you play the video, Maharaj.
Okay, just hit the button now.
Yeah, double click. Yeah,
Can you see it?
I think it opened
Cows
another
are
window.
Krishna's pets. Cows are so dear to Krishna that Krishna spends the whole day with them. He spends the whole
Maharaj,
morning.
we're not able to
The
see the
Supreme
video.
Personality of Godhead takes care of these cows. That means the Supreme Personality of Godhead serves.
Say that.
Yeah, Maharaj, we are not able to see the video. We are just seeing the screen and hearing the audio.
So
I
what
think
do
it went into other screen. Yeah.
what do I have to do?
You have to switch the screen, I think, Maharaj. 1 second.
Go to the screen which is playing the video and that's share
Yeah.
that screen, Guru Maharaj.
You
Yeah.
show me.
She's here. Yeah.
Screen. So I got some help now. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Max, what is it then? We don't need to do.
Where's the video? It's over here. Mhm. There we got some expert help here.
Have you given the access? There's no.
Yes, yes. Maharaj is already sharing. You have to stop the share and click again.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, Prabhuji, we can't see. You have to stop the sharing and select the screen which,
Stop share here.
Oh, yes, yeah.
yeah. Now you select the screen where the video is playing.
Mhm.
This is it. I got it. It's already open.
Can you see?
Cows are Krishna's pets.
Can you see Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Cows are so dear to Krishna that Krishna spends the whole day with them. He spends the whole morning till night. Krishna, the Supreme Godhead, takes care of these cows. That means the Supreme Personality of Godhead serves the cows. Prabhupada also said that the cows used to give so much milk during Yudhishthira Maharaj's time that the field, the pasturing ground used to be wet with milk. The milk used to drip from the udders, and the land was so fertile that everything used to grow in abundance. The secret actually is, when you take care of the cows, Krishna's mercy flows. Krishna showers his mercy, and as a result of that, prosperity becomes natural. You see, when the Britishers came to India, they saw the prosperity. And the first British government in India, Lord Clive, actually was very impressed with the prosperity of this country. But at the same time, he realized that if they maintain this prosperity, then they won't be able to dominate over them. If they are more cultured, more advanced, more opulent, then they won't be able to exert their domination over them. So he actually got some learned persons, wise people from the Indian community, the Brahmanas, and asked, what is the cause, what is the root of your prosperity? And the Brahmanas' answer was, cows, protection of cows, cultivation of cows, culture of cows. And they explained what they're getting from the cows. Not only they're getting the milk from the cows, which is the best food. Therefore, people in this country do not have any problem with food. And the cow dung is the best fertilizer. Cows' urines are the best medicine. In this way, they started to explain and how the bull actually is so useful for various burdensome work, beast of burden. They carry load of good carts. So, this is how they explain. But Clive's intention was different. He actually wanted to cut the tree at the root. So the next thing he did, he arranged to slaughter the cows. That's how the cow killing actually started. When the Muslims were dominating over India, they were not so much slaughtering the cows, but the cow killing started by the British colonials. When Kamsa decided to prevent the influence of the demigods are Krishna's favorite. Therefore, the demigods have to be stifled. And how to stifle the demigods? Kill the cows and stop the fire sacrifice. I mean, you can see these British colonials actually were the offsprings of Kamsa. They got the same ideal. So we have to recognize that to create a proper human society, prosperous human society, we have to establish a cow, protect the cows. And if we do that, then everything will come, everything will flourish in abundance.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. So,
Were you able to see it?
yes, Maharaj. Yes. Thank you.
It's right to the point. So we need to emphasize this more and make people more aware of it. And then when people become more aware of it, maybe things will change.
Yes, Maharaj. Dear devotees, any more last minute questions or comments you have?
We're so attached to our city life that we It seems such a impossible thing to do. Because of our attachment to our present lifestyle, we can't really see how we can make a difference or make a change. Therefore, part of the lifestyle is to, part of the solution is to adopt a more simpler lifestyle, which Srila Prabhupada has emphasized continuously throughout his time with us, through his books, his lectures, statements. You wouldn't believe how many statements Prabhupada made about Brahminical culture, Varnashram Dharma, farm communities, simple living, getting free from the influence of the Western exploitative culture. So, you know, it's happening slowly, but not fast enough. And as long as the world considers the cow as something to be killed and sold as some kind of franchise, then there will never be any peace in the world. There'll always be wars. Even the great philanthropist George Bernard Shaw, he even wrote about that, how because we are eating, you know, meat, foodstuffs based on the cow, the result is war. Mr. Modi today declared throughout India that no restaurants could sell non-veg food today for the day that they opened the temple. He said he of course he can't force it, but he asked everyone throughout India, no non-veg food today should be sold in the marketplaces.
Mhm.
I heard his speech. I didn't hear. He spoke in Hindi, and so I didn't understand most of it. I was able to get some information from the people who were watching with me as they were giving me bits and pieces of what he was saying. He made such a powerful speech that it was life-changing. He only spoke about Dharma. He only spoke about Ram. He only spoke about what Ram represents as far as culture, development, society, individual, peace, prosperity, and of course, being a politician, at the same time, he emphasized that this is the success of the nation of India, is to develop. He said not only Raj, praising Raj, but developing Ram Raj within the whole country.
Mhm.
I would suggest those of you can hear it and know Hindi, you listen to it in Hindi. Maybe some of you did see it. And those of you who can't, try to get the English translation. It was so powerful. And he invited sadhus. There were thousands and thousands and thousands. I mean, literally thousands. The audience was simply full with people dressed in sadhu garments. All the four sampradayas were invited to come. The man, he is actually a representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, this Mr. Modi. He's making a stand. He's actually representing Dharma through his rule as a prime minister. And he spoke with such passion, such, I mean, he didn't have any speech written in front of him. He spoke from the heart. He spoke spontaneously too. It wasn't like he was trying to choose his words to be suitable for his audience. In fact, he even said that for 7 days, no, 7 or 11 days before he listened to the Ramayan all day, every day. He fasted for 11 days prior to coming. And I mean, it was monumental. It was monumental. And after that, after he finished his speech, he got off his dais, came down where the crowd was, and went and greeted everybody in the crowd. He was walking along because there were barriers between the crowd and him. And he was walking along, and with, folded hands, he was greeting everyone, and everyone was responding. It's really beautiful to watch. He was so personal. If you didn't see the speech or didn't hear the speech, those of you who understand Hindi, listen to it in that language, because it's really, really powerful. And it was all about Dharma. He talked about Hanuman. He talked about Jatayu. He talked about the squirrel that helped assist Ram by kicking these little dust. He says, we are like that little squirrel, but if we act in that same way, then we can actually assist in bringing Ram Raj back into the world, he said. He was talking universally, although he mentioned the country of India as his focus. He was talking about universal peace, not just peace in India. It was amazing. I was listening attentively, although I didn't understand it all. I couldn't take my attention away from him. He was speaking with such conviction and such feeling of devotion towards Ram that it was coming through, even though I didn't understand the language. It was great. So yeah, so leaders like that, that's what we want. These are like, descendants of Maharaj Parikshit, Maharaj Yudhishthira, Ritu Maharaj, those who actually understand what is Dharma and know how to make it happen. He invited everyone to this particular, even his opposing opponents, political opponents. They didn't come. They didn't come because they didn't want to support him. But at the same time, when I heard from other sources that they were also celebrating this temple opening separate from where he was. Now to watch the videos, it's worth watching.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that, Maharaj. I didn't listen yet. I'll play it again.
Yeah.
Thank you. Dear devotees, any more questions or comments you have?
And he wore a dhoti too.
Yes, Maharaj.
He did. He wore a dhoti.
He was traveling all over the pilgrim places of Ram Mandirs, and he's getting blessings. Yeah.
Mhm. And right after that, he went and did puja to a Shiva Linga right after that.
Mm.
Also televised.
Yeah, to see a prime minister doing all that, it's very different, Maharaj. Till now, nobody did that like that, I guess.
No politician ever does that because, it's not good for their politics. But he's a man of character. He's a man of God. He's not a man of he's not a man of some political party.
Namita Mataji, you want to say something?
No, sorry. I mean, the hand was by mistake. I'm really sorry.
Okay. Maharaj, Can we end with one round of chanting today on this occasion?
Sure.
Thank you.
I
Maharaj.
never do one round. I always do two because
Yes, Maharaj, please.
I've been taught that one round is not enough. 2 rounds is complete. 4 rounds is better, but we'll do 2.
Yes, Maharaj.
You can continue on if you want after I leave, or if you want to. But I would humbly suggest and encourage that those who don't have their cameras on, please chant with us instead of doing something else while we're chanting. So please join in the chanting roll, because the more devotees that join in, the more everyone gets the mercy.
Thank you.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna. Well, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Kr Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Oh, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.